And hello everybody, welcome on back to another episode of Assassin's Creed Rogue. We are going to take the wheel of the Morgan once again, now that we've freed it from the clutches of those who had it before us. And now, I'm excited to see where this goes. Remember correctly, we are headed to Albany. I still love that we just got our, katanas hanging out.
The Colonel waits on Albany. I wonder what he has in mind for us to do next.
Us? I thought you just wanted to check in with Monroe, not sign me up for the army.
Not at all, Shay. But I admire the Colonel's ideals and want to make them happen.
What kind of ideals?
Secure borders, prosperous farms, fair trade. We need those in these wretched colonies.
Sounds like a high-minded utopia.
It rather does. Want to help make it happen?
Colonel Monroe is an intriguing man, and he certainly seems honorable. We'll head for Albany. After that, I'll see.
Splendid. Full sail ahead, lads!
It's like the classic just... Oh, we'll see, because, very clearly he's been hurt before by being a part of a organization. So I wonder how, complicated they let Shay get. Because, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity. There's so much they could do with this. Like I said, at some point I just want to read the book. I've also been playing so much of the series that it makes me want to, I'm not going to upgrade my ship. But it just makes me want to,
in good health,
write stories in world.
Thanks to the captain here.
'Tis a fine vessel, Captain Cormac.
Thank you, Colonel Monroe.
Master Gist, did you learn more about our conspirators and their new weapons?
Well, only that their base of operations is a French fort further downriver.
It's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
If the French have installed a fort in our territory, they are likely preparing an assault. New York could burn. Will you join us, Master Cormac?
Aye. Enough innocents have died already.
Might I suggest we improve our vessel? The Morrigan is good, but with a few more supplies, she could be unstoppable. And there's a French outpost nearby I happen to know.
I like the sound of that.
I'll be honest, Shay's kind of cool though. I do happen to really like just Shay's overall vibe. He's just kind of fun and...
What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonies. They intend to undermine local authorities.
I've heard they steal from civilians and resell essential goods for 10 times the price.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned. Colonel, you and Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or in the whiskey?
I think Shay here is skeptical about our intentions towards our fellow man.
I understand, but there is no need. I simply want these colonies to be places of safety, development, and purpose.
Happy far now.
Funny. I thought rich men wanted them to be a place of profit.
I am not a rich man, Master Cormac. Money is a means to an end, not an end in and of itself.
Says you.
It's about
I
personal
think it's a
fulfillment.
fine end to a game of cards.
Like I said, I just feel like there's a lot of potential that they could have with this, but... And I'm trying to take it at good value, even though, like I said, I know that this game's one of the shortest.
Drop anchor!
But I could also understand why people like this story, especially in terms of just the whole, assassin and Templar split. Like I said, I've seen a lot of stuff as I read around and whatnot that people still happen to be big, still happen to be like pro Templar, despite Templars being like extremely awful. Oh. So I can't say we didn't try, at least. Because I'm still definitely Team Assassin. It's like I can get, because there are some, but it's funny because it's like, if you're Team Assassin in this, you know, you don't think Amelin was like a good assassin, you know. It seemed like he was acting in very selfish ways, and you know, he wanted the power to be the one to control everything. That's why he kind of crossed like the Templars and Assassins both, right? And then you'd be in more favor of like Ezio and oh god, I can picture Altair. Yeah, Altair. So it's a thing where it's like, so you got little things like that that you can kind of think about. Really, can I not climb up this way at all? Okay, alright. Guess we have to go this way then. But then, like, say if you are Team Templar, like, you would probably, like, hate him a lot more because he's very clearly, like, passionate and believes in what he's doing. Which goes a long way. And then in this, you know, you would be a lot more on board for like Shay's story and whatnot, and you would be more in agreement with how Abstergo's been like doing their market research. I mean, like, oh well, this guy sucks. And it's like, well, you say that. God, I like physically can't tell. Like 750 money in the bank. I wonder if they specifically didn't call it anything else because they wouldn't expect people to know, or because everything else so far has called it just by like the money that it is, right? Like the form of currency it is, and I don't think anything else is so far done. Like, wow. I'm fine getting into a fight. Why not? You know, even though he run that battle, I really don't feel like it brought anyone over here. Well, that was easy. Oh. They noticed me very quickly. And they went down just as fast. Let's go. 2 upgrades are currently available in the captain's cabin. What upgrades do you want me to take next? Also kind of at the point I was like, I wonder what they base the like, you should consider upgrading your ship first, especially on missions where your whole goal is to get stuff to upgrade your ship. Like, that almost doesn't make sense. And also, I tried to go to a place that you'd be able to raid a outpost like that, and there's literally nothing there.
Powerful guns before we approach that fort. Go.
Alright. Ooh, we can get ourselves a mortar. Why not? Da-da-da. Oh, wait. I probably just went right past it. Yep. Let's see. I figure probably the whole armor is going to be some of the most important for the time being. And yeah, that used up the rest of our resources, so we can't get anything else other than heavy shot, but I'm not worried about that right now. Okay. Now I wonder... Oh, okay, so we can collect it. Ooh, that's so nice that we can just collect it from the boat. Oh, I was so worried I was going to have to do a bunch more work. And now we can actually start taking the forts too.
Splendid! That fort and the defenders will tremble before the Morrigan. Captain's at the helm!
Your ship is in fine form, Master Cormac. That fort should offer little resistance.
Yeah.
I rather hope the frogs offer some, else this will be a dull day.
Never wish for battle, Master Gist. There is plenty around here for any of our lifetimes.
Besides, if we find the fort's commander, the French will surrender, no?
Indeed, that is a sensible strategy. But we will have to wear down the fort's defenses first. Otherwise, they will just dig in like a wounded bear.
All right. I think we can get the job done.
There's our target!
We're at long range. I'll be...
Knock her down like a game of 9-pins!
Begin by hitting her towers.
As the colonel says!
More enemies on your marks, Captain!
Fire!
Captain!
Ooh.
There, Captain!
Fire!
Ready!
Fire!
I do love having access to just... Ah, okay. I was trying to figure out what it was that I was seeing for the... God. One of the worst parts about like the loud noises sometimes is just it completely breaks my concentration. So in the middle of a sentence and my brain's like, I can't think anymore. I was saying I was trying to figure out what that other health bar I was seeing was.
Mates out!
Because I was seeing the ship that was over there back behind it.
Crowded all on!
Loose sails! Let's catch the superb! Now find the fort commander!
Enter the fort and kill the commander. Kill the French lookouts. I think we can do that. Fort LaCroix, let's go. All the carbonated water you could imagine. I say as someone who cannot stand, oh god, what is it called? The water that tastes like TV static. Sparkling water. Sparkling water? Yeah. I don't know why that seems wrong to me, but... Yes, I hate to disappoint, but I will always be a sparkling water hater. I was like, would it be better off if I enjoyed sparkling water more than like soda and stuff like that? Yeah, however... But, you know, we've put in a good effort and it's like we still have... Oh, ow. We still have a lot better control over the impulse. So, you know, we're doing better than we have in the past for consumption.
Shay, it has been so long. Were you on a special mission?
Yes. From Achilles.
How interesting. So am I.
Don't make me do this, Shatar.
Do what? Assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We could both just leave.
Ah, but then I will tell your brothers that you are alive. You have to kill me, Shay.
Ugh.
I've got a shot!
Come on, buddy. Counter, please, thank you. Sorry, old friend.
You are always good at your business, Shay.
As were you. Tell me, what are you doing inland?
Special weapons. Poisonous gases to use against colonial authorities. I am merely a delivery man.
Ugh.
Then may your final delivery be swift.
Yeah, that's doing a good job of painting the assassins in a bad light, though. Oh, well, I took damage because it didn't let me counter. Oh, dang it. I really like this mission, though. Or memory, I should say. So that stuff is very, at least, heating up, you know?
Le Chasseur was right. I had no other choice. If the assassins find out I'm alive, they'll come after me.
Also, that thing where it's like, don't you think they would have done a better job making sure we were dead? Like, like, you know, it makes sense for them to be like, ah, yeah, he didn't survive because they shot him and his body fell off the edge, but it looked like, one, it hit the ground, and then two, so his body was found somewhere.
What's on your mind, Captain?
I don't know. Maybe as normal, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it just seems kind of fishy that they didn't do more work to kill me. And they absolutely could and should have.
Run bit of business.
That's 5,000. 5,000 money to you.
While you were busy taking down that fort, I happened to stumble upon the treasury.
You don't say.
It was the damnedest thing. Well, in any case, amongst other things, I found maps and charts detailing various French trade routes.
What are you thinking, guest?
I thought perhaps we could use them to help the Royal Navy and fill our pockets. I stored these maps in your cabin, Captain, should you wish to use them.
Thank you. I like the way you think, my friend. Access fleet. So, they brought back this. Did they change it up at all? Reward. Ah, okay, so this is how we unlock some of the... Okay. Time, just a couple seconds. To take control of Louisiana Dayhouse and a ship to retrieve troops for future redeployment. Okay. And I got the Avalanche figurehead. Okay. Okay, and then we can do more missions like that. We can get the Conquistador helmet from completing the Florida mission. Ah, and so this one we just pay to have the ship do it? Or we pay to have the ship repair. It was cool. I don't know, it was like... It's probably just another thing where there isn't going to be any real use for doing it. I'm glad they decided to take the gems out of it, though. Like I said, it was like the big thing for Black Flag was like the Kenway's fleet was just more for completion than anything else.
He has returned to New York. But you look troubled.
Do you ever wonder if you're doing the right thing, Gist? If you chose the right path?
I used to, my young friend, but not anymore. Not since I met the Colonel. And what's the question? The French are entrenched in our territory. It's about time we root them out.
Of course. You're right, Gist. Let's head back to New York.
Aye, Captain.
And again, this kind of opens up some more complexity with his character, because it's like, especially with what he's been through, it's a lot easier for him to question everything. And
Could be valuable cargo.
but I do also want to know why Shay ends up being so important to someone like Mr. Berg. Just 10-hour stream of Assassin's Creed sea shanties, just all through travel perspective and just like cruise in the high seas. See, that would be a vibe overall. Oh, it's fine. It's just a little storm. Oh, and so I can go in there and do the whole, like, gang thing. I wonder what the original development of sea shanties was. My guess would just be that it's like you're on the sea for long periods of time and you can only do so much entertainment, but your voices are always free, so even while you're doing things, you can still kind of do it, and especially if you're like doing something long enough, it just becomes second nature and helps make time go by faster. Let's see. Back in New York already. Yeah, I think it's nice. I definitely think that there's an interesting blend here going on. I was like, but I do like Shay, and I do like that he questions a lot of stuff. Although, again, it's that thing where it's like, you know, sometimes things just kind of seem too, like, shoehorned in. Or at least the pacing is too fast for him to go through this. And obviously, like, we get to miss kind of years of experience from his end, which does kind of suck. Because we've already gone through like 4 or 5 years of his lifetime in this game. And it's only been a couple hours. And a lot of it has just been because it skipped that far. So I feel like there's such potential for... Ooh. Okay. So this is like our little hideout. But no, like I said, I think there's just a little bit of a problem I have with it. Just because they, yeah, sword and dagger set, so that's gonna be all of this fun stuff like that. Kind of what I thought, but... Explorer outfit, Raider outfit, Tracker, Sharpshooter, Captain, Dark Assassin outfit. Ooh. Ah, it's 15k. I mean, we might go for that because it's kind of cool. Ooh. We could have like the classic Templar from game 1. Viking armor, Templar master, Lock of Fleet, or Admiral outfit, Hunter outfit, Whaler outfit, Frontiersman outfit. Oh, we can be like our first mate. Arctic Explorer, Assassin Killer outfit. I mean... I mean... How do we not? Oh, that's so cool. Don't like them, but they got some good designs. Yeah, anyways, like I said, I think they're a little too quick to push us into being like, he has no trust for anyone. And it's like, okay, well, so he killed a couple, but it's like, what made him join the Assassins in the first place, you know? And maybe that question does get answered for us. But it's like, why is this the case? And then if this is the case, why is it... Please. Like, if it is the case where he's just so quick to be like, maybe these aren't good guys. Like, again, I can understand, too, the premise of being like, oh, they sent me through and I'm responsible for killing a lot of people. Right? Because I would feel bad about that if I were in his shoes. You know, I was like, clearly it's not what he wanted, but it also doesn't seem like that's what they wanted to have happen either. But again, I was like, it feels like there's just got to be something more than if that's the case. So there's got to be something that happened beforehand, or something that the reason why you joined in the first place, or what. So no, I have a lot of thoughts obviously about how this can go, but hopefully it makes itself clear, because we're still, I think, early on into the game. So like, from what I looked up, it says that the main game is like 10.5, 11 hours, somewhere around there. But I'm also taking the extra time to do some of the extra stuff, and you know, we do a little bit of rambling and whatnot, so I'm sure that we also do more than, you know, what the standard playtime is. But I also don't know how many sequences this game has. I feel like I remember it saying it was only 9. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of like the creepy whispers. I mean, like, I get it because it's supposed to show the stalkers being around, whatever, but just wandering around and then just hearing those whispers is like, no, don't. Please, voices, don't make me try to kill again.
Now.
Oh.
You there! Stop! I can get him from here!
Ow, you hit me with the grenade, jerk. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, and you, for some reason, think that you need to be over here to start a fight when I am taking out people that are... Taking out the people you're against, and you're still like, quick, he's a bad guy, come on. Everyone's a critic, everyone's rude. Before we talk to you, let's just go ahead and... But I do think there is an interesting mechanic in the, like, kind of always having to be prepared for attack. Even if it may end up being, like, a tad bit tedious. It's like sometimes things being tedious is okay, you know? Not everything has to be... optimized, I guess. Would probably be the term for it. But also, like, I'm a masochist at heart, so I was like, if you give me tasks to do over and over again, I probably will.
Ah, Master Cormac. What you have learned from Le Chasseur was confirmed. The local lawbreakers are changing tactics.
What's their plan now?
Their boss has hired Benjamin Franklin to produce new weapons for them. He's very well guarded.
Benjamin Franklin? The scientist?
You have heard of him? Good.
Oh.
He's making equipment to spread gases among the populace. Toxic ones, as it turns out.
The populace? I thought they would use it against the authorities. Though that would be terrible as well.
The ruffians we have arrested refer to an intimidating woman. I believe she is behind these nefarious plans.
I look into this.
I really hope
Thank you.
it's not her. Get it? Catch my drift.
Hope. I pray it's not you.
It is so funny though to be wearing the assassin killer fit when he hasn't fully reached, like he's reached the hesitancy. Because he's like, I don't quite want to be the one doing this, but
No, he hasn't stepped outside in days. What's Franklin working on?
Not sure, but it sounds explosive. The boss really wants Franklin isolated. Huh? No one interrupts his work.
oh god, isn't there a whole thing where it's like they used to use pigs to dispose? Oh, I really thought for a second. Because like there's a whole thing where it's like pigs used to be used to dispose of bodies in certain cases because they'll eat literally anything. What's... oh, blueprint. Okay.
Hold there!
Design blueprints can be found by exploring the world. Precious items and the best ship upgrades, so be sure to get them all. Speaking of get them all, so I decided to play... So I've played Pokemon like a little bit, but I've played only up until Gen 4
You there! Stop!
with like Diamond and Pearl. And I'm like, you know what, I'll try something new. Well, hold on.
Shay! It is good to see you again. Your friend Hope said you were away.
I was. Sir, I've come to collect the results of your experiments.
Oh, well, it's a very good thing then. I just finished fixing the prototype. Here you go. I was preparing to leave for Philadelphia and then Europe. I was invited to lecture in London. Oh, would you be so kind as to inform Mistress Hope?
Of course.
Ugh. Poor guy.
God, Hope. What are you doing with these felons? Turning the city against itself. What have you become?
He said while attaching the item to his
Something the
own
matter, Master
weapon.
Cormac?
No. Yes, just... Old memories.
When I am issued new recruits burdened with regrets, I tell them the surest way to lose them is with gunpowder.
Like
You're right, Colonel.
sniffing it, or you talking about like blasting away?
This prototype seems very powerful. Use it with care, Master Cormac. Our intelligence says this thing can destroy certain fortifications, as well as injure several enemies at once. There is also a more subtle way to use it. Some of these grenades contain a strong sedative. Fire one into the crowd and they will fall asleep immediately. We should test this new weapon. Use it against that door.
So we can use shrapnel, berserker, sleep grenades. Okay.
Go ahead, Master Cormac. Shoot the door.
Jeez.
Good work. Good work. I think you are ready to turn this new weapon against the ruffians who would have used it. There is an abandoned factory nearby hiding a dangerous poison. Right now, it only causes sleep. But I fear those outlaws are distilling it. A more powerful formula could sicken or perhaps even kill most of New York.
And that's my first target.
Be careful, Master Cormac. We understand that the ingredients are highly unstable.
All the better.
But see, it still feels like we're being manipulated, you know? Like, it feels like they're like, oh yeah, well, it only puts them to sleep right now, but they could do worse things. And it's like, well, if that isn't their goal, you know, because every single time the whole thing is like to avoid harming innocents. But Abstergo and like the Templars don't seem to care about innocent people's lives, so still hesitant. But anyway, so it was like I started playing Pokemon White, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go through the effort to get myself a shiny starter. I did it in 3 resets. There's like a 0.0036% chance, which is insane because like I don't think I've ever been that lucky on anything in my life. So, and I was like absolutely surprised when it just happened.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Is this gonna get you? No. I'll say the aiming's a little trash, but
Go see Elf. Stop! Let's have a word, Dole. I need a challenge. Scatter! Grenade!
this is dangerous. Yeah? Yeah, no, I was like, we're definitely not doing any favors, so. Could I blast the door open? Yes. However, I didn't know that there was even a lockpicking mechanic at all in this. Yeah, that reminds me, because literally, like, some of the games have done, like, a legit, like, lockpicking mechanic, and then you literally, I lockpicked, I think, like, 2 doors. And it's not like it's anything serious or anything like that, like what a lot of games have been doing nowadays.
Must get out, or I'm as good as dead.
He will not pass me.
I passed you really easily. That's something that was like, if you remember, you know, when Skyrim did their lockpicking thing, a lot of people started following suit, and so a lot of games got it. And Assassin's Creed even had like a lockpicking thing, but then it was literally just...
Ah, what marvelous destruction, Captain. I saw the smoke all the way from the Morrigan.
That should discourage those miscreants. New York is safe for now.
With all due respect, Colonel, it's going to take more than a few explosions to get rid of this kind of trouble.
The boy is right, Colonel Monroe.
Shay, was it? Congratulations. You just burned a whole lot of rats out of New York. I'm Jack Weeks. This is William Johnson. I don't know about him, but I'm pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
It is, terribly dusty here. I'm sure Shay can recount his adventures to us over a pint. Hey, the first round's on, the Colonel, huh?
Is something the matter, Master Cormac?
Just a little confused. I must have breathed some of that gas.
Some ale will do you good. Come, we are all friends here. You will be taken care of.
I really like this memory. But I don't like seeing William Johnson around. Now we're in 57. So there's just been a lot of, like, jumping forward in time at this point, you know? Oh? Wait. Someone just delivered to him the manuscript?
Dear Master Cormac, my apologies for the brevity of this missive, but it is time we were honest with one another. You have demonstrated your loyalty and resourcefulness to the Templar cause. And this despite, and perhaps because of, your assassin origins. The manuscript the assassins sought has been in my possession for some time. I reclaimed it when my men found you marooned. The Grand Master himself charged me to discover its meaning, a task I regret I have failed to complete. I leave it in your charge, Master Cormac. There is no one else I trust more. Now I leave for Fort William Henry, an ill-prepared garrison surrounded by hostile natives and the French army. We have requested reinforcements, but I doubt they will be forthcoming. I have no illusions that our resistance will be successful. I commit my life to the British Army, and my soul to the Father of Understanding. Yours, Colonel George Monroe.
Okay. Alright. So you found it on our body, and... Ooh. We got the Spanish Conquistador helmet. Let's go. Also interesting. So what? We have to deliver, then collect. Oh, so you have to do like a whole progression for it too? So it's like you have to do the whole progression for it where you have to go... Yeah, we can skip to the end of this battle, I'm not worried. So you start in one spot to then get troops, and then you bring their troops to a different place that then gives you guns, and then you bring the guns to here to then collect fish and more troops. Okay. Yeah, so why not send you through, and then... And then, okay, so then we probably want to do like these earlier ones with a smaller ship. And then, if it works like how the other one does, we can actually like capture ships and send them to here and then go from there. It also is interesting, I was like, so hopefully we get better rewards than we did in the last one. Which it does kind of seem like we do. So, we'll see. Oh, and we have some upgrades that we can get as well. Buy. Upgrades. Ooh, this one they introduced the ability to actually, like, ram. Okay. I mean, not like ram, but do a thing to give yourself a boost so you could ram harder. Okay. And see, now here soon, what I'll probably do is actually take the time to play in between and at least grind out a few upgrades and whatnot.
Captain's helm!
Yep,
Man,
that
your post
me.
kissed. The Colonel's in trouble.
How do you mean, in trouble?
He's at Fort William Henry, facing impossible odds.
Get off your lazy arses, lads, and man your stations! We raise anchor! Sorry for the early libation, Captain. But you realize that it's been a whole year since we met? A whole year! Changed my life, you did. And for the better. You will forgive me if I have been celebrating without you.
A whole year. Yes, I have a question for you. How long have you known of my, well, former allegiance?
Oh, you mean the assassins? I knew that ages ago, Shay. I may be drunk, but I'm not blind. Or did you think I would assume you had escaped from some homicidal circus?
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, the Colonel wanted us to avoid the subject so it wouldn't, you know, influence your decision-making. You saved my life out of pure selfless instinct, and helped countless others besides. If it were up to me, I would have made you an official Templar months ago.
Who is it up to then? Monroe mentioned the Grand Master.
Oh, yes. The Grand Master of the Colonial Rite. You'd like him, sure. His father was an assassin.
Really? He must have a story to tell.
What is the news from Fort William Henry?
You must have a story to tell, and then he just kind of blows right past it,
General
okay?
Montcalm has been blazing a path across the colonies for King Louis, hasn't he?
I rather wish he'd stayed home with his mistress.
His or King Louis?
Either. So I suspect the king's a spider.
Indeed. Madame O'Murphy is supposed to be quite the charmer.
I know Murphy is in the French king's bed. Now I know you're pulling my leg.
I will say, I do think so far one of the like weirdest things is just where they do randomly hit. Oh. Well, I didn't mean to just one tap you like that, but okay. Yeah, it was like a bunch of the time, like stuff just kind of cuts off. Like you feel like there should be more dialogue, and they go, no.
That's got them!
Ah. I said I think they did a good job too of like varying stuff up enough that it's different but still fun. I sometimes don't like how they changed the controls on things, but I can understand why they changed it now that we have some of the more stuff unlocked. Because, you know, it's like, now we're not going to quite be able to... like, look in with our spyglass with the right button. Do I really need to be fighting these? Nah, probably not, but... You know, while we're here...
They are firing a volley!
I'll just board over here. Bang, bang. And now, so we take the 900 or send to the fleet. This one was the brig, right? Yeah, let's send it to the fleet. And he's still hurt. You are still hurt.
Cannon ready!
Easy. One shot, one incapacitation.
Let's catch some wind!
Don't mind if I do.
Do not let the hinges breathe!
Spider wings to the wind.
Come on, man those sheets!
Haul in the stunsails.
Clue before me!
Make them rue the day they crossed us.
It's like in this one, we definitely figure out whether or not we're going to repair our ship or salvage it for the extra material. Because I was not paying attention to what my health is right now. Ah, so we're full up, so we might as well just salvage, get the money for it, and then...
With what we've taken, we can improve the...
We can't improve the ship, you say? Again, what a weird choice that I can fast travel, but then the fast travel is actually not what brings me to the right spot. Cloudy state of affairs has succeeded. Access Neil campaign for the reward. Here we go. But see, I was like, why can't I just fast travel here in the first place, and then... I was like, wouldn't that make it easier? I don't know. Especially if you offer fast travel, but then you're like, ah, but the fast travel doesn't do what the fast travel should you want it to do. I don't know. I'm not the one that designs games, so... Yeah, who am I to speak on it? I, at best, can always just provide my best guess and then obviously just live with the systems because, you know, putting feedback on a decade-old game is not really going to mean much. But also, I guess it's that thing too where it's like, since I do enjoy doing this and talking about it, like sometimes it's nice to get it out there. And, you know, maybe if someone's watching this and they're thinking about making a game or something like that, you know, they could gain some insightful feedback. Because that's what I like about playing games a lot of times, especially as someone who's done a lot of game design work. Like, you can gather so much inspiration from what things do or don't do well. Yeah, I'll just board you. Crash my ship into the wall. There we go, nice and easy. And we will be taking your resources. Because to be honest, I was like, we might try to get the cool assassin's outfit. Which is, again, still funny just for, you know, the whole theme of this story. Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, but I was like, I still think the Templars are a lot worse than the assassins are.
Douse the garlands and royals!
Take in that seat! The road is made, now we're safe for shore, Jack. Don't forget your old ship.
Get them aloft! Don't so sail!
I will still never tire of the shanties. As many as I have heard over the course of however many hours of Black Flag and this I've played together. Yep, so we'll keep you. Cool. Get some money, we got a collectible. We'll just make sure to repair real quick. Okay, so it's like, I feel like none of this really means all that much other than just trying to get some of the unlockables. Which I was like, I'm not super worried about. Oh, and then I want to make sure we get this. I still want to know why Assassin's Creed 3, like, took so long to draw me in. And I still, at some point, probably need to play through Liberation and Freedom Cry just to kind of have some of the extra details I want, especially for getting into a little bit of, like, lore nerd vibes with this.
Shay, you are a sight for sore eyes.
Jack?
Colonel Monroe surrendered to General Montcalm. The French and their Abenaki allies took Fort Henry. Johnson was supposed to bring reinforcements here.
I don't see anyone else.
The Abenaki are restless. They don't understand the terms of surrender and refuse to heed Montcalm. The colonel and his men were released this morning. They're walking into an ambush.
Wait here in case Johnson arrives. I'll protect the colonel.
Thank you.
Maybe I can finally repay my debt to him. I hope I'm not too late.
Nope.
Death to you.
Yeah, that'll make you think twice, huh?
This weapon is silent.
Ouch. Well, there's a lot of dead people, but hopefully our colonel's fine, so... I wonder if this gear actually gives me like permanent
Death to our enemies!
like mask up protection?
Good work.
Maybe? I do not know for certain.
Last of them.
Master Cormac,
Sir, we must hurry. We should bring what's left of your men to the Morrigan.
a welcome offer, Captain Cormac. Follow me. Safe passage is ahead.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened at Fort William Henry?
Poor planning and poor luck, I am afraid. Montcalm was able to bombard us for days.
Damn frog.
Actually, he acted with great honor. When we sent for parley, he returned an offer far more generous than anticipated. We kept our arms, and more importantly, our colors.
Only to walk into a trap.
I would hardly expect the French to defend us. Would you?
No, I wouldn't.
You continue to prove your loyalty to the Templars, Master Cormac. Risking your life for me.
We're not out of the woods yet, Colonel. As for my loyalty, well, I do owe you, don't I? You saved my life. Gave me a second chance.
We have been working together for a year now. During that time, you have rendered many great services. Whatever debt you imagine you have towards me is paid, wouldn't you say?
Perhaps. You live! Attack! Take cover!
Yet again, another ambush. Don't mind.
Keep
Ah.
together, men! I'll take out as many as I can.
I'm also curious too if there's any like, I guess actual, like, 'cause I don't think we get to really experience this portion of the story from anyone other than Shay's eyes, which, you know, to one degree makes sense, but it's like I would like to know what's going on with a lot of this, because why does stuff seem like a lot more aggressive on this end? Makes you wonder if like Jay just have
Keep your men moving. I'll scout ahead and signal
Shay
if there's trouble.
just got stuck
Very well. I will lead my men around slowly.
kind of the short end of the stick and stuck in a time with someone who just like, was Achilles just a bad mentor, or oh, that also makes me realize it was like we're going after one of our old friends again. So I was like, we have to get him, because again, it's going to be a similar situation of like, if I am alive, then... Ooh, it's the old thing of like, if I'm alive, then they're going to be like, oh, well, we need to get him. Or I guess, like, at least report that I am still around. It was like, not too many people are going to be happy about that, you know?
From the shadows I strike.
Aww. Ouch. You're not just gonna shoot me even though I'm hiding, right? I don't think so, but that would be my luck. Hold on.
Ready to open fire.
Ah, we'll kill him. Just for posterity's sake. Also, so is like, are we seeing that flash up on the screen there because the water's too warm? I don't understand what the like weird red stuff around the edges was, unless it was like because we were getting ready to be attacked, maybe.
No one does that to me.
Oh.
Flies. I see him.
And then there was one. Ow, God. I'm also curious as to why there's like no indicator on screen. I guess maybe because we were in active combat, or who knows.
Hurry. Segawase will not relent.
Segawase. You know this man, Master Cormac.
Aye, Colonel. He is one of Achilles' men. An assassin, as I was.
So they know I'm a Templar. And now this assassin knows you live.
And work with Templars. I'm no fool, Colonel. The assassins will come after me next. We're both targets now.
Well, we tried.
You know that's a trap, right?
Indeed, Master Cormac. But we have little choice. We survived French cannons, we will survive this.
Ah, here we go again. Alright.
I see him.
Ouch. Alright. Oh, and I have to remain near them too, so...
This way.
Well. And, yep. Okay, well. I don't know, that's... That's kind of annoying too, because now it's like it pushed me to...
Run! Run!
Oh. I guess I could have just ran with them.
Keep dreaming, you foolish cur.
Yeah, that's good enough. Because if that guy's asleep, even if he wakes up, you know,
This way.
we're good.
Loose the sails!
You heard the captain, men! Let's get out of here! Move! Move! Shay! Ah!
Ouch. Oh, well,
I owe you my life, Master Cormac.
As do I, Colonel.
We have much to discuss. However, I must tend to my troops.
Sir, I will accompany you to Johnson's trading post at Onakwaga.
Then I shall depart at once. Master Cormac, meet me there.
ah. I really like this memory. This is just... Huh. God, Shay is just gonna have such a bad time, too. Oh, cool. We can just make ourselves immortal already. Unlimited ammo. No longer have to reload. And we never get detected? That's kind of fun. That's nice that they set that up where they're like, hey, here, just have this from the get-go. Why not? Okay. Well, hey, you know what? That is a great place to call it. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun jazz. And I will see you in the next one.